The Ancient Adirondacks. Dominating in the northeast sector of New York State, tinted rectangle above, the Adirondack Wilderness contains the largest park in the United States, lying within the area shown in green at right. The 6 million acre Adirondack State Park, roughly the size of the neighboring Vermont, is bounded by the so-called Blue Line, which is also shown here in red to avoid confusion with watercourses. The park includes the headwaters of the Hudson and the 100 odd miles of its course, yet the stretch represents less than 1% of the region's flowing waters, many of which arise among the park's 27 major peaks. More than one-third of the park is administered by the state of New York as the Adirondack Forest Reserve. Areas of darker green on the map. Throughout the parkland, a complex of amalgam of public and private lands is densely wooded with conifers and hardwoods. Dotted by uncounted lakes and ponds, most wild areas may be reached over trails. Those mentioned in the text are shown in black lines, maintained by New York State and by such private organizations as the Adirondack Mountain Club. This is the Ancient Adirondacks. Lake Placid, sheltered from the wind by nearby hills and the bulk of Whiteface Mountain rear, exhales mist early in an autumn evening. This is Whiteface Mountain. From the summit of Mount Newmark, the Adirondack landscape sweeps from miles toward the Dix Range, easternmost rampart of the High Peaks area. The top of Dix Mountain shows at far right. Next to it, partially hidden, is Howe Peak. From there, the range slopes down to East Dix, with its rockside scar, and mounts into the eastern foothills. This is Mount Newmark. Now, Alexander Helwig's painting of the Flume, Opalescent River shows the broad, bold, almost impressionistic technique he used after a stroke forced him to change his left hand. It is still faithful in its details. The water has the characteristic brown color of many Adirondack streams, caused by iron in the rocks and acids from decomposing leaves and bark. See? Yeah. In Samuel Coleman's Au Sable River, a trout fisherman is dwarfed by boulders tumbled in a river still well known for the excellence of its fishing. An early art critic, struck by Coleman's use of color, wrote that it had a brilliance that is so harmonious as to the influence like a strain of music. Here's the fisherman right here. Laid among the shore of an Adirondack lake, a corduroy track dominates Regis Gatineau Long Road in Hamilton County, New York. Though the road blends harmoniously with the woody shore, the area was no longer virgin wilderness when it was painted in 1844. See that? And there's this little land. In Thomas Cole's Scroon Mountain, the peak looms majestically above Scroon Lake. The mood of the picture suggests the powerful, almost fearful emotions experienced by these 19th century artists in the Adirondack wilderness. This is Scroon Mountain, as you can see here. A March sun sinking behind the Adirondacks glistens on the ice-sheathing waters of Lake Champlain, for 200 years a theater of war. There's the sun sinking. See here?